Eh ben bonsoir. Hop. Attendez. Le jeu me dit attendez. Oui. Avant de commencer, est-ce que je peux dire quelque chose? Oui, vas-y. Bah, merci d'avoir vraiment réglé l'heure. Les deux fois où vous avez lancé le jeu. Il le sait que ça fait deux fois qu'il lance le jeu. Il me poursuit. Ah, le salopio. Ce salopio de jeu. D'accord. Il va me les compter tout le temps ou bien comment ça va se passer? Alors, oui, d'accord. Bah, tant de gens ne prennent pas cette étape au sérieux. Ils laissent l'heure réglée sur midi et basta. Bah, ouais. Mais vous avez pris le temps d'indiquer l'heure et je vous en suis reconnaissant. Bah, de rien. Je sais ainsi que vous vous souciez de votre expérience. Votre attention est focalisée sur le jeu. Bah, y a pas de souci. D'ailleurs, j'ai aucun moyen de vérifier si l'heure que vous avez entrée est correcte. Je vais vous dire, nous allons passer à marcher. Puisque vous faites preuve de tellement de bonne volonté, la prochaine fois que vous lancez le jeu et verrez cet écran, vous n'aurez qu'à saisir votre heure préférée. Allez-y, choisissez l'heure que vous voulez, même si ce n'est pas la bonne heure, vous l'avez bien mérité. Sur ce, je vous laisse accéder au jeu. Bah merci, qui que tu sois, le développeur, le narrateur, merci bien, c'est sympa, c'est cool. Bon, commencer le jeu. Let's go.
This
Merde. Heureux de vous revoir, d'accord. Merde, j'ai appuyé sur croix direct, moi. Non, le téléphone, il sert à rien. Attendez, parce que je me suis un peu spoilé sur les trophées. Je crois
all
que
of
là,
his
c'est...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ouais.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No.
Ah, c'est énorme.
I can't just give these merits away for such
Mais allez,
little
donne-le-moi,
effort.
je l'ai fait.
5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort.
Allez, vas-y, donne-moi mon trophée.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50
Ah, d'accord.
clicks.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to
Eh,
have
tu me
meant
fais chier de...
something.
Allez,
It has to
narrateur.
be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 fois... 20 fois sur la porte 417. 420, 418, 419. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Eh mais il casse les couilles lui, 427, oh. Allez, donne-moi mon trophée là. 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, ok d'accord, donc on va aller vers la porte 415. 420.
Now,
Ouvre-toi.
back to door number 437.
Oh là 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 là, il me balade de partout ce narrateur là. Allez. Oh, tout ça pour un trophée.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Il se fout de ma gueule. La photocopieuse, elle est où la photocopieuse?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
D'accord, t'as intérêt à me donner mon trophée, hein, je fais pas tout ça pour rien. Je veux mon trophée, moi, le narrateur.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's deck.
Eh mais je peux pas sauter, comment je fais? Merde, il a dit quoi? Ah, y'a pas... 419, il a dit. Oh!
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like
Bah
that.
merci,
All
y'a pas
right,
de soucis.
let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Sur la porte 416. Merde, c'est de l'autre côté. Bah, je sens que je touche au but, je veux mon trophée. Allez!
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Et franchement, t'as commis une balade. Oh lolo. Enfoiré de narrateur. J'aurais ta peau.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it!
Oui.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Et j'ai obtenu le trophée en plus.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Mais de rien. Pas de soucis. Bon. Il n'y a rien à faire là. Comment on va de l'autre côté? On peut y aller au moins? J'en ai aucune idée. Bon, c'est pas bien grave. Aïe. Oui.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
No.
entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
J'essaie toutes les portes, on sait jamais, hein. On ne sait jamais.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour
Okay.
after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ça sert à rien, d'accord, ok, là je touche.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Non, y a rien. Je sais toutes les portes là.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bah oui, mais écoute, non, j'ai pas envie de retourner au scénario principal. A4. Ok. D'accord, bon, bah là, il y a rien de spécial, donc il faut suivre le chemin toujours, hein. Bon, bah allons-y, hein.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oui, c'est qui Her? C'est qui
This is it,
elle?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Là, y a rien à faire, ok. Et je peux pas tomber là.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
Ah, c'est
plunged
con,
to
mais
his
ça me fait rire.
death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh putain. Ouais, bah j'ai tenté, voilà. Je voulais m'échapper. Attends, on va voir si ce qu'il fait si je rappuie sur la porte 430. On va voir ce que ça donne.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think
no,
a trophy is
putain,
worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Je regarde parce que là... Ah voilà, regardez. Ça tend une instruction. Input received. Ça, je sais pas à quoi ça mène, pourquoi c'est là. 415, ok.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Non, on va aller
This
sur
was
celle de
not the
droite.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ouais, ça on connaît déjà, donc du coup, moi ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais plutôt passer par là.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Non, on va pas là.
Stanley
Je
was so
refuse
bad
d'aller à la
at
porte sur
following
la...
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
If for misuse of cargo lift, penalty for jumping of the cargo lift. Ok.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Il y a sûrement un truc à faire là. Attendez, on va attendre le bon moment.
Nothing but you all this time.
On va attendre le bon moment.
You've been neglecting,
On va attendre le bon moment.
Someone you've
Voilà.
forgotten? What? Really? I was in
Eh
the
ouais.
middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Eh non.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Danger
let me prove
everywhere.
it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Attention, c'est marqué danger everywhere. 2B1. 2B1, d'accord. Ok, d'accord. Donc là, un. To be free! On a to be! Ok, d'accord. Non, bah alors j'ai commencé la vie. J'ai fait la vidéo sur YouTube. J'ai fait ma vidéo découverte. Vous pouvez aller voir hein, sur ma chaîne YouTube. Je te répondrai après. Claire. Voilà. Hop. Du coup, qu'est-ce que je disais et en fait là, au début je voulais le faire en let's play, mais je me suis dit, c'est un truc qu'il faut découvrir, faut pas se faire spoiler. Donc voilà. C'est vraiment un truc à découvrir. Hop. 2B4, 2B5.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Bah non, je vais aller sur la porte droite.
Aha,
La bleue.
perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Non.
door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red
Il écrit en
door.
rouge. Non, je veux aller en bleu. Oh, laisse-moi
All
tranquille.
right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to
Merci.
know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't
Oui.
let me stop you.
D'accord.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
D'accord.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work
je sais
with
pas,
me.
moi.
You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Bah, vas-y.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
World Leadboard. Quoi? Oui, skill is offline, d'accord. 2 secondes, 4 secondes. 1 seconde. Voilà. Only the worst 3% player choose the blue door. Stanley, d'accord. Ok, merci Sapa. Bon, vas-y, on va aller là. Hein.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play
Bah merci, c'est sympa de me faire comme bêta testeur.
Would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Ok, cool. Sympa, sympa.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Bah s'il te plaît, laisse-moi pas dans le flou.
Like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Bon bah d'accord, très bien. Il est super sympa ce narrateur, dis donc. Je me demande si il faut vraiment y jouer 4 heures.
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this
Mais
game is
non!
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your
C'est
creep
pas un
tower,
truc de
perhaps
putain
for some sort
de...
of
Oh
twisted,
putain,
erotic
Firewatch.
purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Non mais c'est... Attends, c'est une... Ça c'est Firewatch. Ah, je suis pas fou. En tout cas, ça m'y fait grave penser. Ça c'est énorme, putain. Est-ce qu'ils ont travaillé avec les développeurs de Firewatch et tout? Putain, mais c'est énorme en vrai. Ouais, ça se trouve c'est pas du tout ça, ça y était dans la version de base, parce que là on est dans l'Ultra Deluxe. Mais moi ça me fait beaucoup penser à Firewatch, en tout cas. Parce que j'en ai fait.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Oula, ça rame, ouf. Oh, la version
It
PlayStation
is.
qui rame.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley.
Salaud, il va couper la route.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Non. Ah, putain. Ah, par contre là ça a du mal sur PS4 là.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh putain. Le salaud. Non mais non.
Wonderful. See,
Mais non, on
this
est
is
dans Rocket
exactly what I
League.
had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Oh
Stanley,
putain, mais non.
I
Ah
think
d'accord,
it's
ok, d'accord.
sports ball. Oh,
Rocket
what
League,
fun.
super sympa les
We shall
gars.
run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ah oui, ouais, d'accord, ok, c'est bien Rocket League. Et je cours plus vite du coup. Putain, mais c'est énorme ce qu'ils ont fait les développeurs.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Bah je suis la balle, moi j'en sais rien. Qu'est-ce qu'il me veut?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Et merde. D'accord, donc là je sais pas du tout où je suis, j'entends plus le narrateur. Je suis dans les tréfonds du jeu. Il y a plein de portes. Bon, je sais pas du tout où je vais. 400. Ah, là, il y a de la lumière. Suivons la lumière, il n'y a que ça à faire. Mais putain, c'est super étrange. Je me demande ce qui serait passé si je serais resté dans le monde de Rocket League. D'accord, donc là ça sert à rien. Bon bah d'accord, très bien, c'est très étrange. Hein? Allô? Quoi?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The end is never the end. Je me demande quel est le but de tout ça, si on va où là. Vous savez quoi, je vais éviter de, je vais suivre le narrateur dans Rocket League. On verra. Comment ça va se passer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
On va voir s'il y a la troisième porte, tiens, du coup. Nouveau contenu, mais nul. Ça va?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Ouais, d'accord, je suis sur un rail et du coup. Bon bah, on est parti pour le nouveau contenu. Ah, c'est peut-être si t'as déjà fait Stanley Parable, pour ceux qui l'ont déjà fait. Bon, on verra bien. Hein. Ouais.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Cool,
the
merci.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Sympa.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe.
Bah, moi je connais pas celui de base donc. Est-ce que je vais dans la version Ultra Deluxe ou pas? Non, on va pas y aller tout de suite. On va pas y aller tout de suite. D'abord, on va faire le jeu de base. Pas le jeu de base. Une qui était prévue comme ça. Vas-y, on connaît.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
On va pas aller dans le nouveau contenu. Ah, y a pas la troisième porte.
To a set of two open doors, he entered the door on
his
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Je vais me laisser guider. Comme je vous ai dit, on va refaire le contenu avec
le... The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Voilà. Déjà, on va voir comment ça se termine.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
D'abord, on va finir cette histoire là avec le narrateur.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
D'accord, bah voyons voir si elle attend. De qui il parle?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
D'accord, oui. Allô? Y'a quelqu'un au bout du fil? Allô? Allô?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right now.
Regardez, je suis toujours numéro 427.
Gotcha.
Salaud.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Merci, sympa, connard.
To you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Putain, connard! Je suis piégé! Putain,
This
creepy.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Bonjour, employé 427. Appuyez sur le carré.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oui, appuyez sur la flèche du bas,
Look at
d'accord.
him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
J'appuie sur rond, ça fait rien. Croix, ça fait rien. Carré. Ah, je veux pas appuyer sur triangle. Avec ma femme en plastique. Bon.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
J'appuie sur croix. Regardez la télé.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
D'accord.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oui, pour lire une histoire aux enfants.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Vous dire à votre femme que vous l'aimez.
But
Je
there
t'aime,
is no
chérie.
answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
D'accord, j'ai pas eu le temps, d'accord, là il l'a fait lui-même. Putain, d'accord, ok. Est-ce que c'est vrai là ce qu'il vient de dire? Putain, il y a tellement de possibilités. En fait, en fait, on peut raconter n'importe quelle histoire, quoi. Parce que là, il dit oui, voilà, il se donne un rôle, il est bloqué. En fait, il est tellement, comment dire, il est tellement conditionné dans sa vie qu'en fait, au bout d'un moment, au boulot, il va se trouver une raison d'être, voilà quoi. Il va s'imaginer des trucs. Donnez ma bouteille d'eau. Et après on meurt. À chaque fois qu'on relance la partie, on meurt. On n'arrête pas de mourir en fait. On meurt en boucle, c'est ça?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
On peut faire le nouveau contenu tout de suite.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
On s'en fout, on
well.
recommence.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Je vais voir si je décroche pas le téléphone. On va réessayer, on va faire la même route, mais sans décrocher le téléphone.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Ah putain, j'ai bien intuité.
How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
Bah, moi aussi, j'ai un peu fait au pif.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to
Ouais, mais maintenant qu'on sait que c'est un piège.
Comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Mais oui.
Picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Non mais tu rigoles, il va pas vraiment... Mais non, pas me montrer une vidéo éducative. Mais attends, oh le jeu il a freeze là. Oh, allô. Et c'est un bug? Ça a bugué? Et où? C'est normal ça? Allô le jeu? Oh non, putain. Dis-moi pas qu'il a bugué. Mais non, mais non. À moins qu'il l'ait fait exprès ce bâtard. Attends. Bah oui, je peux revenir ici. Et t'as le bâtard, il l'aurait pas fait exprès. Oh putain, en fait il m'oblige à quitter le jeu, c'est ça? Ah, enculé. Et... Non mais attends, bon je suis désolé, je reviens. Oh là 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 là. Le jeu il m'oblige vraiment. Non mais c'est pas un bug du jeu là, le jeu il m'a dit c'est bon je coupe tout. D'accord, je reviens. Ne vous inquiétez pas, je reviens.